Here we are, game 5. Give me another rematch against Tahili Rai. Hand's perfectly keepable. There's a lot of attuned with Aethers in standard right now. Other option could have been to hold up Harness Lightning here and then just play this with Blossoming Defense, which would have been reasonable. But looks like our opponent. Okay, so they're gonna tap. Got an island. A little bit nervous to play Bristling Hydra because it won't come with protection. He's gonna have a window to shoot it. So I'm actually going to hold off a turn. There's no pressure on board. There's no reason for me to play out one of my best threats into a scenario where it can be killed. The other thing is, though, he only had Negate mana up there, so you're sort of playing it off. You're sort of saying, well, I'm more scared of the removal spell. You just used a removal spell. I think playing the numbers are probably wrong there. Should just jam the Hydra. But hopefully our opponent sees this as an opportunity to jam down a Dynavolt Tower, if that's what he's playing. But if he passes with Glimmer plus a Disallow, we're in a lot of trouble. I am playing the Bristling Hydra regardless. There is no reason, in these scenarios, if you're wondering what to do, if you're not playing counter magic in your deck, you don't play around the Disallow. Not in this scenario. Anyway, it resolves. This on the stack, he's going to try and Harness Lightning it. No, he's going to look for a kill spell for it. No Disallow, because he most certainly would have disallowed this. Control decks do not allow this to go down. This is a bad juju card for them. Okay, so we're Resolver on board. Better lucky than good. Here comes the Virtuosos, here comes the Tiles Trackers apparently. Okay, opponent does have energy. However, I've got Rush of Adrenaline, so I'm happy to trade blows. Let's attack in here. Making our guy... 4, 5, 6. You only have 6, so we need to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we harness lightning, it forces the use of the energy, which could be interesting. Another blossoming defense is probably just correct. Alternatively, we can rush of adrenaline. I don't want to harness. I don't want to tie up too many of my resources here. So I think I'm just going to blossoming defense again. And I feel sort of bad about that combat, because I probably should have rushed of adrenaline, and I'm getting hung up on that last game where we got punished for doing that. But I just missed out on basically doing a fair chunk of damage to our opponent, which doesn't ever feel good. Alright, let's get in with our Hydra. Let's put a counter here. Oh, we could have removed this. But we need to protect from Harness Lightning. Dissipate. Say okay with that. Likely we're going to have to rush of adrenaline here as well. I actually want to Harness Lightning now too, just while he is tapped out. And we're sort of at the mercy of our opponent now. Harness Lightning is just going to put us back so far. If he, oh my god. He just has another one. And I just can't see us winning from this spot. He's run us out of resources. We got too tied up with that enemy Hydra. Way too tied up with it. I really feel like that was the turn we lost. But then again, keep playing, I guess. Might draw another Hydra, might draw something. Opponent still has to kill us as well, which shouldn't take him too long. Yeah, so he'll attack us. We'll attack back. Okay, so it's going to be almost impossible to race now. I think this is not a bad one. I mean, Pummeler's fine, right? Do we just play it out and hope to draw a pump spell? I don't think so. So you go for the double block here. A 1-for-1 trade is fine. Alright. Alright, opponent. Glimmering to lock the coffin. hit another couple of nails in my coffin. That is terrifying. He knows we have a pummeler, so he'll probably just wait till we play that out. We can kill Torrential Gearhulk. I suppose we'll do that. It's probably worth it to remove their clock, although they've got another one now. Yeah, not worth fighting over really for our opponent. Let's attack in. And if this is another Torrential Gearhulk, which I suspect it is, that is going to beat most decks instead. The Triple Gearhulk deck. Triple Gearhulks is very good. Alright, so against these guys, Temur Tower, we want the Heroic Interventions. We want some number of natural states, probably just 2. Greenbelt Rampager is also a nice thing to bring in against them, as is Tireless Tracker. So we've got quite a lot of options here. Quite a lot of options. Let's start off with what we don't like against them first. Harness Lightning is fine for killing Gearhulks. Pummeler is very fragile. It's very hard to pummel them in this matchup. So I take out 2 pummelers. I take out 2 larger than lives. A pair of Rush of Adrenalines. So we basically just trimmed the combo side of the deck. I've got 4 slots then. And, I mean, Heroic Intervention, I don't know if I want 2 of this card. I only want it if I'm going hard on the combo. Since I'm not, I'm going to be bringing in the Rampages. Is getting lower to the curve better, or is trying to protect the combo better? We are on the play. Righto, Pummeler. This could be our final game. Bring the trackers in, for sure. Bring a pair of natural states in. We won't worry about Greenbelt Rampager on the play. Intervention as well. We'll just take out, say, 1 Volcanic Brawler because it dies to shock, and we'll bring in 1 intervention. Okay, let's play like that. We will play first. This is a decent hand, actually. It's decent. I'll keep it. It's got a protection spell, pump spell, and a pummeler. It's got ways to get more lands. It's not land heavy. Forest, and pass turn back. Okay, so we're going to have a Game Trail, Reveal Forest, and I'm liking Long Tusk as an option here. We've got the energy up to protect him from a shock, which is the only possible 1 mana removal for him in that person's colours. I don't like Long Tusk so much against Fatal Push decks, but against these decks require, say, like Harness Lightning, we could force him to use all his energy, but we want the energy for ourselves. We're not going to do that. Just let him tap out this turn, that's fine. Forest, Oath of Nissa, big whiffs. First time that's happened, and pass the turn back. Go away, you scary ghost. Haley wants me to go play Horizon Zero Dawn. To be fair, it is Sunday, and I did promise her we would. She's whispering, "Come on," through the door. Like an idiot. Alright. Where are we? Playing into counter magic here. Let's just bait with our long tusk gob. Okay, opponent has allowed that to resolve. Probably because he has another Harness Lightning for it, which he does. Just tap out for a Dynavolt Tower, please. Play the stupid tower. They never play the stupid tower to like turn 100. I don't want to play this Pummeler out just yet. Not against the control deck. We're just going to pass. I will play it once we get 4 lands. Alright, I'll play the Spare Pummer. Look at that punch on that ground. Damn. That guy's like nothing but bicep. Doesn't train legs, neck, or his right arm. Okay. It's not looking good, team. I won't lie. I think we're locked out of this game. Opponent just has to have Gear Hulks, and I don't think we're winning anything. Yep, Virtuoso. Alright, let's play our Pummeler. I can't keep waiting. I can't wait forever. The truth of it is, he probably is going to remove this, but there's only so long you can really wait. Doesn't have the Harness Lightning in hand, but he probably just thinks he's going to probably just play Tower and remove it, which that makes us sad. I'd be very surprised to see us untap with this thing. Very surprised. Otherwise, he probably would have counterspelled it. Cinderace Flow is going to work. Really need that land though. Give me that land action for my Bristling Hydra. I want to get Bristly in here. Ugh. That's not where you want to be in competitive Magic, I'll tell you right now. Just play the damn tower. I'm hating this natural state right now. Hating it. I'll take one more set of hits from these and then I'm going to start natural stating tokens. The worst. Yeah, okay, I'll just continue to take our beats. The likelihood of this not being ear-hulked, approximately 0%. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's almost worth playing that one island in the sideboard and just getting these decks with Dispels and Revolutionary Rebuffs. It's almost worth doing that. And this maybe should just be the 2-mana one, Unnatural Odysseans, is that it? So I could get rid of Gearhulks, because that hurts. I haven't really slowed the clock at all. Still 2-turn clock. You need to actually rip Hydra, and he needs to resolve. Alright, I'm definitely dead. With a payload of pump spells but no creatures. The old Infect Dies thing. So we went 3 and 2 in this competitive league. Sort of exactly where I would expect. Exactly where I would expect this deck to be in the metagame. It's high variance. You are losing a bit, but there is a case as well that people aren't used to playing against this at the moment, and you need to get people just on that fact alone. People aren't used to playing it, so they're just gonna misplay against it, not spend their removal in correct ways, underestimate how much damage Pummeler can come out with, and you're gonna steal some wins. Like we stole some wins tonight. For me going forward, I'd probably like to have 2 shocks on the board, extra removal for Mardu, and probably Unnatural. What was that green card? I don't know how to spell it, but that would also probably do well coming out the sideboard, because you can get rid of those Gearhulks. And if you're going to be bringing in Artifact Hate against a deck like to take out Dynavolt Towers against a deck that also plays Blue Gearhulk, then you might as well have an artifact Hate that can go against that. I think it's an uncommon. I hope I have some. Maybe I don't have any. But that, you guys know the card I'm talking about, right? You would. The Unnatural Odysseans. It's 1 green and 1 colorless, and it says put a target artifact on the bottom of its owner's library. So that's going to catch all. I think that's going to be a better card, a better sideboard card than Natural State. I was just thinking mana efficiency. Also, obviously, I don't own any of that other card. I just have to pick some up for whatever they are worth. The other option for this deck is in previous incarnations, it's gone a little bit bigger. After board, you've had things like Arlinn Kord come in. She's just a repeatable source of pump. So you've got Arlinn Kord here. She can, besides from giving something +2 vigilance and haste, which is good enough with Pummeler, she can also, on her flip side, give +1/+1 and gain trample, which is a big thing for the deck, because you have so many pump spells that all you're really looking for is trample a lot of the times to push the damage over. So Arlinn Kord is a potential option. You also have other cards. You have Charge of Torch of Defiance if you want to become Control-y. The problem with Torch of Defiance in this deck is you haven't got the removal or the creatures to block to really give Chandra a chance. Nissa Vital Force is another interesting option. Creates another attacker, but generally I don't really like going that high on the curve. We only play 18 lands, and with a couple of Attunes and 2 Oaths of Nissa. So, I mean, at the end of the day, not exactly sure if I want to be going into 5 drops with just such a small mana base. We do have Servants though, so you could argue that once we got 2 mana, we're off to the races. But you guys have seen a few times there where I did stumble on lands and arguably cost me the game. So that's it for this deck for this week on the sort of Sunday randomness. Coming up next week, I've got another deck, another little blast from the past, sort of seeing where it sits in the metagame. I'll try to get some reps in so I don't misplay like I did tonight. Probably upgrade that card. That card's a bit too narrow, I think, in standard right now. Unless you're really gunning for Heart of Kiran, this card is just a little bit narrow. It does hit artifacts, enchantments though, like Quarantine Field and Stasis Snare, but those aren't really played in huge numbers, so the value of this card has really gone down. You mostly be wanting Unnatural Omniscience right now for sure. And that's all I've got time for. See you guys next time.